ever felt like there's just so much going on in your head, whether it's so many different tasks, so many different responsibilities, too many things pulling at you? This video is for you. Because most of the time, overwhelm is just a sign that your brain is just carrying too much. Best believe I had to learn how to deal with this very early on when starting my business, because with running a business, especially at the start, you have to wear so many different hats. To me, that looked like being a service provider, admin, finances, marketer, decision maker, educator, learning more, and so many more, as well as my own personal life, relationships, health, fitness. All of those things add up and it starts becoming so stressful, and I would find myself literally just break down when things started to feel like too much, till I realized this very simple method. When I say it's so simple, it's like, how is this even going to make things better? But let's go through it. So first, we need to identify what the issue actually is. That is a cognitive overload problem. Your brain is terrible at holding on to so many different loops open at once. When everything lives in your head, tasks, worries, responsibilities, your nervous system stays in a constant state of stress. This is why overwhelm literally feels paralyzing. Your brain doesn't know what to do, so it freezes. So the goal isn't to do more, the goal is to reduce the mental load. Let's get to the methods. Step 1, get everything out of your head. This may seem so small and so silly, but write down absolutely every single thing that is on top of your head, every single task, every single responsibility, every single little thing that you need to do. Write it down in a list. I would say do it on pen and paper. I'm a pen and paper type of girl all the way. Write every single thing down. And this in itself is signaling to your brain that you are not having to hold on to everything inside of your head. And that in itself can lower that level of stress. Sometimes when there's so many things going on in our heads, it feels like there's just too much. But when you get out on that list and you look at it, it's like, okay, I don't need to hold on to this anymore in my head. It's right here. And that reduces that cognitive load. Step number 2, prioritize by consequence, not emotion. Once everything is on paper, I prioritize based on consequence. I ask what actually needs to get done the soonest. If there's a real life consequence, like financially, something time sensitive, it goes straight to the top. If it can wait, it moves down. So I do this by numbering it 1 to however many tasks there is on the list. 1 being top priority, and then highest number being the least priority. That doesn't need to get done like right now or immediately, it can wait. It signals to your brain that not everything is an emergency right now. It doesn't need to be getting at you right now. Some things can wait. So then, step 3, create an execution order. Then stop the thinking. So once it's prioritized, I work from top to bottom, so from the highest priority to the lowest. No bouncing between tasks is the main thing. You stick on one task at a time. Don't think about the rest, just conquer one at a time. And I'm telling you, once you get one done, it's gonna be like, okay, that wasn't too bad, on to the next. Okay, that wasn't too bad, on to the next. And it's going to start actually making you feel better getting through the list, rather than multitasking and juggling it all in your head, all at the same time. What's it gonna break down? So you don't need to know what you're doing all day, you just need to know what you need to attend to next. And then if there is some lower priority tasks that you can get through quicker, you can set even like an hour aside to get through those lower priority tasks that maybe take up less time, so you can start just ticking those off that list as well. And I cross it all out, to be fair. I cross. That little cross will give you that little dopamine boost and make you feel just that little bit better. And these steps are literally so simple, but every time I feel this sense of overwhelm, I have to do it immediately before I start letting that overwhelm get to me. Literally the other day, I did it, and I wrote all of this stuff down, and there was only like 3 priority tasks I needed to get done. I looked at the list, I was like, oh, I'm stressing over this? I can get this done within the next hour. And what did I do? Got it done within the next hour. And I was like, oh, I'm stressing about nothing. I'm telling you, game changer. If you're stressing about the outcomes of something that you can't necessarily do anything about or control, that is where faith should come in. God says to give your burdens to Him. Cast all your worries, anxieties onto Him. So we just give it all to God, all those things that we can't control and are not in our hands. We give that to God. And I'm telling you, that in itself, it helps you sleep better at night. Really, there is no point stressing about something that you have no control over. Easier said than done, but pray to God and find out. If you are feeling overwhelmed, do this right now. Write down every single thing on your head. Number each one of these tasks and things to do from the highest priority to the lowest. Sometimes a high priority thing for me can even be like paying off a parking ticket, because they increase the price. I need to get that paid and done ASAP. But those things we can easily procrastinate too. So that could even be a high priority because it's time sensitive. Then pick your task that you're going to do. Normally start from the top if you can. Get that first task done, off. Next task done, off. Don't go in between tasks. You don't need pressure, you don't need guilt, you don't need motivation, you need clarity. And clarity comes from slowing down enough to decide what actually matters and what can wait. When your mind is clear, progress becomes calm instead of chaotic. I hope this helps you.